Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Interesting Ideas. My name is Stan Houston. It is my pleasure, I believe a privilege, to take a few minutes with you. And we are on the subject of the Days of Awe. And we are in day number 7 of the Days of Awe. This is our beginning, our celebration of the 10 days from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur, which we celebrate even though we may not be in that tradition, because it is one of the best ways to get ready for the year and to start our year right now, right over, and to do it right, and to do it better, and to do it with more passion and intensity, and with more optimism in these perhaps deep and sometimes desperate times. That's what we're all about. And we've been asking some questions, and the question today is a very important one for me, and that is to answer the question, who do you belong to? That's right. Who do you belong to? Now, in doing the research for this, and most of it's just my own thinking, I checked on the YouTube, and of course I discovered that the pop star, which I really have no inclination or idea about, that just she's big and rich and famous, Taylor Swift has one of her classic songs, You Belong to Me. And I thought, how can somebody else say that I belong to them? Can they do that? Or could I say to somebody else, you belong to me, and could they say, no, you belong to me? Well, belonging is very important. We are made to be social creatures, and except for a few people who, somewhat like me, you can find amusement or entertainment as a little bit of a hermit. But most of us need other people. We need partners. We need colleagues. We need cohorts. We need people to be with us. And I'm discovering more and more as I build this business is that the more I have people to work with me, the better I will be and the better the business will be. I just can't do it by myself. I'm not that good. I'm not that better and bright. There are people who can do some vital things better than I can do them. So, hey, who do you belong to? Well, I have a few thoughts on that, and perhaps that would be something that would be helpful for you to think about in this New Year's time, in these challenging times. So that's the idea for today. I'm Stan, and the program begins right now. I confess that I have never been much of a joiner. Ever since I was young, I was always kind of a loner. My mother said that she found out that I could entertain myself, I could amuse myself, I could very much get along without a whole lot of playmates, that I didn't need other people, but that's just kind of who I was. And of course, as I got older, it became more important to me that other people, particularly maybe the girls, would like me. But being a kind of a loner was kind of my style, kind of my thing. And that has served me well in many circumstances, and it has served me not so well in other circumstances. What made it difficult is that part of the reason I was a loner is that I am if you test me, I'm an introvert. Now, this is hard for people to believe who've seen me, do radio and do videos and do live performances. And when I confess to them that I'm an introvert, they say, how can that be? And I said, 50 years of practicing not to be. But it's an unnatural act for me. That's why the moment I married, and she was exactly the opposite. Karen is the ultimate extrovert. Like her mother, She loves to be with people. She loves to go out on parties and excursions and all those things. She is an incredible, wonderful extrovert. And of course, you've heard the line, well, that's, opposites often attract. Well, I say that's true, and sometimes they attack. Sometimes if you're a strong introvert and you're living with a strong extrovert, the problems can be there from time to time. And you have to perhaps make a compromise on what you will do in the activities you are in. So there's never much of a joiner, and as I pointed out in just a podcast I just did, is finally I was convinced that I should take the advice of some of my friends, and I decided to join the Rotary. And so I became a member of the Rotary. So does that mean that I belong to the Rotary now? Or does it mean that Rotary belongs to me? Now, that's a key question. Okay, what do you belong to? Or what belongs to you? Think that through. Here I am, living my life, building my business. And what can I say? This belongs to you. I belong to you. This belongs to me. You belong to me, as Taylor Swift was saying. And I guess she can say that because she's pretty powerful and pretty famous, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who would like that very much. So here we go. As we are approaching this crucial weekend, we're going to have to be very careful about who we belong to. Now, there's a whole lot of political and religious and social and economic classism, otherism going on. As I've pointed out, racism is never the real issue. It's otherism. We are all different from others. And you can go to Africa and find people who are of the exact same color, but they are very hostile to each other. Because, it's not the race, it's the tribe. And of course, one of the great massacres that occurred in Africa was one tribe murdered almost 1 million other members of the same race because they were from another tribe. And so otherism, whether it's other race, whether it's other height, whether it's other class, whether it's other town, whatever things we choose. You're of another team. Those are the issues that we all face. And it's endemic to the human condition. You're not going to solve it. You're not going to resolve it. You are going to perhaps overcome it by learning to think less of yourself and perhaps a little bit more of others. But that's a profoundly unnatural act. And it's something that we have to learn, be taught, be reminded of, and simply try and put into practice. Simply to say, as the Rotary finally attached me, and I attached myself, when they said, seek as best as you can to put service above self. See if you can find a way to say, this is for you. You are another person who doesn't belong to me, but in some way I belong to the group of people who are trying to help you. So there we go. That's just 10 minutes on this Friday. But I was very much challenged to say, all right, even does Karen belong to me? or do I belong to Karen? I've decided I belong to Karen. That's where it goes. I don't know what she would say, but I belong to Karen. God doesn't belong to me. I belong to God. Just two things that I need to be very clear about. And so I'm going to ask you, because I have a business, you have a business, you have all kinds of relationships in life. Think about it going forward. Here we are. Time to make some big choices. As my dream book said, decisions to make right now. Decisions that you need to do right now. Who do you belong to? And what difference does it make? Who do you belong to? And what difference is it going to make? So please give that some thought, and we'll be right back just to say best and blessings on the weekend. And may the coming day of Yom Kippur, the day of forgiveness on Friday, find you enjoying your forgiveness and enjoying your freedom and enjoying the peace of mind that comes with that. And we may have a few things to say about that this weekend. We will see. I'm Stan Houston. The program is Interesting Ideas. We'll be right back. Today I was challenged by a gentleman who said, tell me how you could really help my business. Great question. Well, I oftentimes put it back this way and say, can you tell me what would really help your business? Tell me what your business really needs. Tell me what you would like your people to be able to do that they're not perhaps doing well. You tell me that. And then there's a good chance that I can tell you how I can help you. Because I can only help you if it's something you need help with and want help with. But here's how I answered that. I said, I can help you market and sell yourself. All life and all business is show business. You have to show up and you have to demonstrate how good you are. And before they will buy your services or buy your stuff, they have to buy you. And the business this person runs is a business. There are millions of competitors selling exactly the same stuff, doing basically the same thing. I can help you live and work and message in such a way that you make the difference. I can teach you how to sell and market you, and I can help you get them to appreciate you. I can get them to engage with you, and ultimately, I may be able to help them give money to you. That's called a sale. I do that, and I do that well, and I can help you get better at it. So that's a little bit of who I am, and maybe I could be helpful to you. I'm Stan Houston. Reach out to me at stanhouston@gmail.com, stanhouston@gmail.com, because one of the things I want to make sure is that you do not belong to me. You give me the honor and the privilege of perhaps taking a little bit of your time and a little bit of your life to listen, so I belong to you. How can I help you? Best and blessings. Till next time, bye for now.